Welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about the best free apps that you can read manga on in 2021. A couple of disclaimers. First of all, I'm not going to talk about any illegal sites. So if you want to know about those, you can just search them up on your own. They're not that hard to find. There is no legal app where you can just read every chapter of every manga at your leisure. So while a couple of these apps do have paid options available, if you're caught up on your favorite manga, you can read chapters here for free forever. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first up, we have Manga Plus. Now this app only has the first 3 chapters of manga and the latest 3 of ongoing manga. It has every chapter for free of some select series. I'll leave that on screen so you can see which ones they are. Not very many notable ones that I know of myself. I've never read any of them. But at the very least, it does have some series that you can read through for completely free. Now the app releases new chapters the exact same time that they're released in Japan. So they're simul release. Now it's also doing this thing where it's releasing chapters of old manga weekly. For example, Bleach and Dragon Ball have the first 3 chapters for free, but they aren't completed yet on the site or on the app. So they're releasing new chapters every single week the same way they're doing with new manga. They call them re-editions. So if you want to read those series pretty much for free, I mean, you're going to be starting at a random point, but even still, if that interests you, I guess that's an option. Now it doesn't have the in-between chapters of any manga except for those mentioned above, free to read, nor does it have a subscription service to be able to read these, nor does it have purchasable digital volumes if you want to read these in-between chapters. This app is mainly as a means just to keep up with the manga you're already caught up on, or to dabble and see if there's anything new that you might be interested in. That being said, its UI is good. It has an update section which shows you everything that's new on the app from the last 24 hours to the last 7 days. It has a featured section that orders all of its titles into different categories. When you click on a manga, it'll tell you if the series is completed, or if it's on a hiatus, or when the next chapter will release if the date's known. And it has a browse section where you can search a title by name, by alphabetical order, or by the hottest titles at the time. And lastly, it has a favorite section where you can quickly jump into your favorite manga. And the actual manga reading software that's in place is very good, with the option for horizontal, vertical scrolling through the pages, with a straight scroll option available so you can jump to whatever page you want without having to flip through each and every one. And also it's got low, mid, or high resolution options. I mean, it's hard to fuck up the manga reading software, but it's good. Also, it has a comment section for each chapter if you're interested in that. And lastly, there are no ads that get in the way, so no need to worry about that. There's also a desktop version with a UI that's just as good, the same reading options and everything, that just gives you the option to read on a wider screen. There's various language options, the English option having 124 series, the Spanish option having 67 series, and the Thai, Portuguese, Indonesian, and Russian options with only a few series each. But the option's there. And the app does have a lot of the popular ongoing series of the time, so if you want to just keep up with what's popular, this app's free, easy to use, and it's perfect for you. And the second option is Manga Comics, or Manga Comics. Now before you yell at me saying that this isn't manga, I know, just hear me out for a second.
Shut up! Shut up!
Not everyone is into shonen series and things of that like, and while this is a comic site, it's Korean comics which are more alike to manga than the traditional American comic book, I feel. And most of the series on here are of the fantasy, romance, or slice of life type, which may turn you off upon first hearing that, as it did with me. But after checking out a couple of their most popular series, I give it my seal of approval that it's got some interesting stories. Also, you like free, right? Of course you do, that's why you clicked on this video. This app has 61 series completely free, both ongoing and completed, and you can check them out without even signing up for an account. So you might as well just check out the app. If you decide you're into their selection of series and you want more, you can subscribe to their service for a monthly fee, which over here in Canada is $5 a month, and I'm guessing is about $4 a month in the US. Its subscription service is extremely simple. You pay the fee, you get access to every single one of their series. The number was hard to figure out, but I guess around 150 to 200 in total. You also get early access to new chapters, or episodes as they call them. So unlike some other manga or comic apps where you have to pay tokens or whatever to unlock individual chapters, here you just pay a set fee and you get everything. Now their homepage is extremely well laid out, and it clearly shows you the top series, the free series, and it even has a daily calendar which shows what episodes are coming out on any given day. There's a well-designed search engine, and each series tells you when new episodes come out, even being so thorough as to sometimes say the dates of the month that they'll release. So for example, there was a series I saw that's like coming out on the 3rd, the 13th, and the 23rd, or whatever the days were. There's also a coming soon section in the app that shows you every new series coming to the app in the next month, of which there are a surprising amount, considering that it only has about 100 and something series on the app right now in total. Also, the My Series section keeps track of exactly where you are in what you're reading, even if you didn't favorite it, and even if you don't have an account. The series themselves are all colored, as you might expect of a comic book, and there seems to be no way to change the vertical reading direction on the app, which is a bit of a shame, but even so, it's designed really well. And unlike other apps, you can stop at any point while scrolling, whereas in other apps you might have a set page that you have to swipe to. Not a big deal, but it does feel a little strange when first reading on the app. There's also a desktop version here, though it only shares the same homepage and search feature with the app, with no coming soon or My Series sections. They very much emphasize the app, and only the first few episodes of the free series are available without the app, which on a computer is only available through the Apple Store, even though it's on both Android and Apple products on a smartphone. So if you're looking for something a little bit different but similar to manga, I definitely recommend checking out this app. It has a lot of free series you can just check out right now, so you might as well go give it a try. Now we get to the big one, the Viz or the Shonen Jump app. But before we get into this specific app, I did make a video on, is the Viz membership actually worth it? So I kind of went into the logistics of it. I know it's kind of silly, the membership's only $2 a month, but still, if you want to know just how worth it this app is, check out that video. It has most of the series available on Manga Plus, certainly all of the popular ones, and of those from Manga Plus that aren't available on Viz or Shonen Jump, here's a list on the screen. Again, none that I recognize except for Hunter x Hunter, but I haven't checked any of these out, so for all I know, there's some hidden gems in here. I'm only going to talk specifically about the Viz app here because, as I said, the two apps are literally the exact same, to the point where if you're subscribed on one, you're subscribed on both. The only difference is the color theme of the app. And because Viz is the one I've used for the past few months, that's the one I'll be talking about specifically here. This app is just fantastic, and it's quickly become my favorite app on my phone. The homepage is simple, it's got a bunch of series ordered into different categories. The one you're probably going to be looking at most is the free Shonen Jump chapters section that shows all the latest free chapters of each series dating back to pretty much the launch of the app. Although some of these chapters are no longer free, so for example, if it's a series like Demon Slayer that's been done for over a year, the latest chapters are no longer going to be free because it's been too long now. However, just like Manga Plus, it's got the first 3 chapters free of every series, but unlike Manga Plus, you can unlock every chapter of every series for just $2 a month, or $2.79 in Canada. For this price, you can read up to 100 chapters a day, which let me tell you is extremely hard to hit. I myself have only hit it once, and that was when I was working on a Bleach video. I haven't hit it even on days where I've committed to just reading for most of the day. And considering I was reading 20-page chapters, you really do not have to worry about hitting that limit. Also, you can have up to 100 chapters downloaded at any given time on your phone, so that if you know you're going to be visiting the doctor, for example, and you don't want to waste your data while waiting, you can just download the chapters in advance and read without any internet connection. And these downloads expire after a week, or if you just manually remove them yourself. The search function is very good. It has each letter on the side so that you can scroll through it quickly, seamlessly, and this also applies to the favorite section. Whenever you start reading a manga, it'll remember where you were, whether in the middle of a chapter or you just finished one. So when you go back to the homepage, a new continue reading section will pop up with all the manga that you're currently reading, so that when you enter the app again, you can immediately pick back up where you left off at just a click of a button. Viz advertises that it has over 10,000 chapters. The exact number is actually 14,911. I counted all of them at the time of this recording, but there are several chapters added every week, so this is only going to rise. In total, that makes up 157 titles, including one-shots and spin-off series and web exclusives. And that's not including any of the series where you can only purchase digital volumes. Viz also has its own website where you can read all these series the same way you would on the app, but the website version has more to it, like a community section where you can see the latest from Viz and shows off photos from fans if you're interested in that, a calendar section which shows you all the volumes to be released over the next few months, and a watch section which got me excited originally, but it's really just a hub where you can buy DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. There's nothing on the website itself to actually watch except for trailers. Also, there's a couple extra series on the web version. I'll leave a list here of the ones. Not very many, but I think these are all 18 plus series. So if you run out of stuff to read on the app, there's still a few to check out even on the website. So there you have it, the best free manga/Korean comic book apps out there in 2021. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it gave you enough information on each of them to really decide if you want to get into any of them. If you made it to this point in the video, you might as well like, comment down below, let me know what you thought of my list. Subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be talking about a bunch of manga and anime. So that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy, and peace.